Hi, if you're a Gemini born May 21st to June 20th, what can you expect for the month of August 2017? Let's tune in and find out. So, Geminis, there's going to require you to have some patience this month, to not think or to not. What I'm seeing is I'm seeing this duality that's happened, which you're a Gemini, so there's always duality, right? You guys are the twin. But I see this distraction, like you're about to go grab something and something else distracts you, right? So you want to have some patience this month so that your energy is not kind of like all over the place. And if you just refrain a little bit before you make decisions or slow down a little bit, I actually feel like you're going to get more accomplished. So there's a lot happening in the month of August, and I feel for you, Geminis, it's about knowing where you're going, what you're doing, taking the right action at the right time. And sometimes that means to hold back, to refrain from doing anything just for a moment, and then to check yourself, is this the right action? Do I really want to do this? And that could also mean that for some of you that are dealing with addiction, because addiction's coming up, that when there's a lot of energy in the universe, like this month we have 2 eclipses, and we also have Mercury going retrograde. There's 2 new moons in Leo. One we just had July 23rd, and there's another one that's coming, which is the big total solar eclipse. The first one in 100 years in the US, right, is happening on August 21st. So there's this big energy, and a lot of times with that big energy, it can mean like, for some people, it's too much, and it throws them over the edge, either in like a really happy way, like they're partying all week, or they're overeating all week, or in this case of addiction, drinking or doing drugs. So this refraining or restriction, it's about slowing down a little bit so you can kind of gauge, is this the right action for me? Or have I had enough? Is this too much? I'll go for 2 days, but I'm not going to take the week off, right? Like, it's knowing your own limits and knowing how to work with this energy, because it's Leo energy and it's huge, and it's energy that we can get burned by. It can either fuel us, right, or it can burn us. So it's that energy of the sun. So if we're freezing and cold, it warms us up. But if we're already too hot, too much fire, look out. So it's essentially this fire energy and being able to gauge ourselves how much is enough. So for you, Gemini, it's about, slowing down and deciding in the moment, do I want that? Is that good for me or not? Okay, so now let's look at your romantic relationships. For those of you that are in a couple relationship, let's see what's in store for you this month. Okay, so for some of you that are on, don't know whether this is a good relationship for you or not, maybe you've been dating somebody for 6 months or a couple of years, but you're still kind of indecisive. This is the month where you may get pushed one way or the other, right? This full moon eclipse that's going to happen August 7th in Aquarius. Eclipses are sudden endings and sudden beginnings. It could be that your partner says, you not put a ring on it, or we're over, right? In which case you say, well, then we're over. Or you could say, okay, I'll put a ring on it, right? So you already know what you're going to do. At the end of the day, it's just having the courage to do it. You already know, nothing anybody has to tell you. You already know if they're the one, and you're just afraid of moving forward, or you already know that they're not the one, and you just don't want to hurt their feelings. Or it's, what am I going to do if, how are we going to then split up our stuff, or who has to move out, or who's going to take the dog, or, like all that kind of complicated stuff. This is the month where that's not going to matter anymore, and decisions are going to be made. And if you don't make them, the universe is going to make them for you. So that's what eclipses are. They're sudden endings and sudden beginnings. Okay, so now, if you're in a really committed relationship and you're very happy, it's going to get amplified. The relationship's going to get that much better. You're going to be more cohesive. You're going to find that, love is just easier. There's less stress, right? But if there's cracks that need to be repaired, this is the month where that crack is going to open up so you can repair it. All right. So I do feel like this is a month about healing relationships and about getting what you want out of relationships. And wow, my head is just throbbing. So I'm sorry, guys, if I'm like if you're feeling hit over the head with this information. But there's, the good news is that it can bring your soulmate in really quick. And if you're with your soulmate, you'll know that the answers will come quickly. For those of you that are single and are interested in attracting your soulmate, that can happen too. So here's the thing. For some of you, there may be where you break up with somebody and that you've just been uncertain about, and then we've got Mercury retrograde August 12th through September 5th, and maybe you've never been able to get over your first love, or a girlfriend that you had in college, or a guy that you dated and you've always wanted him back. Mercury retrograde is a time when it brings old loves or people back into our life. So you may find that for some of you Geminis, an old love comes back into your life at the perfect time, and that may happen simultaneously with letting the old relationship go. So some of you Geminis could actually fall out of love and fall in love all in August. Okay, and here's the thing: it's not going to be shady. And it's not going to be icky. It's going to be truthful. That's all. It's going to be truthful. I don't feel it being anything but that. So there's just an honesty that's coming up that's wanting to invoke you to be happy and to really get what you want. And for those of you that are looking for love, I totally feel like that's going to happen, and that you're going to get what you want. And it's just time. And there's lots of opportunity for love to creep in for you Geminis. So just enjoy it. Just go for it. Be truthful to yourself. But where the refrain or the restraint comes in, it's just like stopping and checking with yourself. Does this feel good to me? Is this right for me? And for some of you, it may be that you meet that other person, like the old love, and you're still with this person. And you just say, wait, I've got to handle this before you and I start something. Right? And that could be where the restraint comes in. So you go back and you handle it with the partner that you're with that isn't working out before you pursue the other person. So there's nothing really to figure out other than to pay attention to what's going on in the moment with your relationships, and to check with yourself. Is this right? Are my actions right? Does this feel good to me? And trust that knowing inside of you, okay, Gemini? There's no reason you need to be confused about relationships. You don't need to be confused anymore. You just need to have the courage to act on it, okay? And this month, you're going to get the courage. Okay, so now let's look at careers for Geminis. So this is a month, Gemini, where you need to look out for yourself. Also, you give a lot, Gemini, and so I feel like this month it's also about planning your next move. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Now, the thing with eclipses, there could be sudden endings and sudden beginnings. You could find yourself out of job, be fired really quickly, right? But don't worry about it, because with the new solar eclipse, boom, you can be back in business before the month is over. So whatever happens, just let it happen. It's all good. But I feel like the career, whatever you're going for, it's really, the ball is in your court to make it happen, and the universe is going to bend and open to support you. So if you're needing money for a loan, it'll be there. If you need to relocate, the money will be there. If you need, funding, it'll happen. If you need somebody to underwrite you, that'll happen. If you need a better paying job or a second income, that'll happen. Just put your focus on what it is that you want and be specific with it so the universe can fill that for you. So if it's a promotion at work or if it's another job, be specific so it can come towards you. Now, let's see about your money, Gemini. Well, the good news, I see a lot coming in, I see a lot going out. So it could just be that, here's the good news, you're in the flow. All right, so being in the flow is beautiful. It's perfect. That means you're in alignment. It means the money you're spending money on, the money where you're spending money, you have to, and whether that means it's for your own self-care, or whether, you've got to buy yourself a new car or get your car fixed, or you're paying for, a child's camp, or you're paying for, your partner's, 30-day stint at rehab, whatever it is, it's right. It's okay. There's money coming in to pay for the things, the crisis things that you've had to deal with, or the unexpected expenses that you've had to deal with. Okay. And whether that's even your own health, if you've had unexpected issues with your health or with your partner's health, especially around the area of addiction, I feel like this is money well spent to get to kind of like plug those holes and get you all back to speed. So I do feel like there's enough money to handle whatever health issues you've got going on that are coming up. And so now as we move into health, we'll wait when there's a little bit more about money. Some of you are really going to get some like your biggest month ever. So if you're in sales, you could make more this month than you have the previous 6. So I see it a huge month for money coming in. So if you're in sales, you may have already known that you or not. It depends on, I guess, how fast you get paid. But I do feel like this is a big month for Geminis for money coming in. So plenty of work, plenty of opportunity to receive money. For some of you who are looking at school, there may be educational grants or loans. There may be some additional fundings. There may be gift money coming towards you from somebody benevolent that wants to help. So I definitely feel like there's money for you for whatever it is that you need. Okay, so now let's move on to your health for Geminis. Geminis, I feel like you need to take care of your joints, wrists, elbows, knees, ankles, shoulders. Be extra careful. If you're in the gym, don't overdo it. Don't be in a hurry. Right? It's just about, being a little more cautious around your joints, or maybe it is that you already have joint issues and you need the right support, herbs or supplements to take for joint inflammation, right? So just be aware of your joints and be careful. Don't overdo it. If you're prone to carpal tunnel, wear the braces, whatever you need to do. Dictate, just take care of your body, know its limits. If you've got bad ankles, don't be running, do an elliptic machine or swim. It's like that. Just don't push the body, because this month you're likely to have a breakdown if you're being over strenuous with a part of your body that you already know is not up to par. So it's just kind of like a word of warning. Take care of those joints. Okay, so let's see what else, anything else about your health. Other than that, I feel like it's good. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to catch up on sleep, to be able to eat better, be healthier. For those of you that are dealing with addiction, this month can go one of two ways. Again, you're the Gemini, right? It can either blow up, in which case it can be, a full moon. If something was going to blow up, I would see it around the 7th, that eclipse in Aquarius, for if something negative was going to happen, to get you to wake up and to change. Or you could be proactive. Maybe some of you need to go put yourself in a 30-day rehab. Maybe some of you need an AA or an NA meeting, right? Or maybe it's a love addiction, right? There's meetings for that. Maybe it's for overeating or bulimia, all these different things that you'll have help for. So if you are proactive this month, the universe is not going to burn you, right? It is going to support you. But if you do nothing, you could get burnt this month. Or if you're in a relationship with someone who's an addict, they could get burned this month. They could actually, fall backwards or have something, not go so well. So just be aware that if it's you, there's all kinds of support. And if you don't help yourself, the universe may give you that kick in the butt to move you in the right direction. And hopefully it's with mercy so that nothing bad has to happen, okay? Because eclipses, like I said, they're wake-up calls, they're jarring, and they can be harsh if you're not being proactive about what you need to change. All right, so now anything unexpected for Geminis? Yeah, that's nice. So there can actually be some unexpected, real happy times this month. Like really like where you're hitting on all cylinders, where things are going well, where you feel productive and happy, where you know, and this is for those of you that are taking right action, right? Because when you take right action, right thought, right action, it's like a flower that's just going to open up, and your life is going to be amplified by 10. So if you can get on the right side of this energy doing the right stuff, it's going to be amazing. If you, on the other hand, have a hard time getting yourself to do anything, this month might be tough. It might be a month where you're just, you know, it reminds me of the Old West where you have to bite down and they're, you know, taking a bullet out, right? Like it's, right? It doesn't need to be hard. Just do the right thing. If you need strength helping to do the right thing, call me. I do energy work that works with the subconscious, interrupts those patterns, and helps you to get and do the right action without even having to think about it, right? So there's that. There's go see a therapist, a psychologist, whatever, a self-help group, a guru, whoever is going to speak to you to get you to do the right things. Because I don't want you guys to have your butt kicked with these eclipses when there's so much amazing opportunity for you. Okay, so all in all, you guys, it's a really terrific month. It's really up to you about how great this month is, and it can be fabulous. I think if you start the month out right away, we had the new moon in Leo, July 21st, July 23rd, the first new moon in Leo. So if you're listening to this in early August, that new moon is good for like 10 days, really powerful. So put your focus on something that you really want to amplify. So if it is your health, taking care of your health, then get into action these first couple of days and take right action. Because what's going to happen is when the second new moon comes in Leo on August 21st, it's going to amplify all those good seeds you planted and just really blossom really fast. So whether it's a career move or a health issue, if you really put it in those first couple of days of August, you're going to get such a second jump start in the middle of August that it, you know, there'll be no turning back. It's going to be so great and so special and so big. All right, you guys, have a tremendous month. I'm really excited for you. It feels really good, Gemini, with what's going on. You've got all the energy you need to sustain you and to have really good things happen. Careers opening up, things are opening up, boosting you in the right direction. Anything and everything that happens this month, remember, it's happening for you, to support you and having a better life. The Creator loves you, the universe loves you, and it's helping you to raise your vibration to be where you want to be. So just know that any little, like, you know, stepping on rocks or, you know, like any missteps that you see, you can avoid them. You absolutely have all the power to avoid them. It's just shifting your focus and taking right action, and it can all be avoided. So that's really amazing, Gemini, because there's a lot of months when shit just happens and we have no control over it. And that's not this month. This month, it's all on you, babe. So you can have a great month. All right, Geminis, love you all. Have a terrific month. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share with your friends, make comments below, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.